The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello Sakshi, welcome again. Kindly write something on the chat box. Okay, reply to my chat. Wait, I'm sending you a chat. Reply to that so that I can understand that you can hear me out. Sakshi, I hope you can hear me. Please reply to the chat so that I understand that you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, so this is the first time that we are connected over a webinar with each other. Well, I have a long experience of taking webinar based classes. But for you guys, this might be the first time. Don't worry, the initial jitters will be over very soon, and you'll be able to communicate with me like very easily, properly, and very soon you'll enjoy learning through this webinar tool. So I hope you can see my screen, right? So just in case you have any issue, you have any concern, you can just send me a chat. See, in your webinar tool you can see a chat box. Like I am frequently sending you texts over there. So I hope you are able to see me and my screen. Not me, my screen rather. So guys, this is a webinar tool that you can see, and it has an option of asking question. Just in case you feel that your question is too long or you want to speak to me like personally, so I can unmute you also. There is a reason why I keep all the attendees muted, because there are a lot of system sounds that come from the other ends. So if like there are 5 6 people attending the webinar and everybody is unmuted, and there is some sort of sound coming from everybody's background, then it creates a lot of fuzz, and then the learning becomes a bit of a problem. Also in the recording there is a lot of disturbance then. So that is why I mute everybody. I maintain quite some silence over there. So you can also raise your hand. There is an option of hand raise. So I can now see your chats. So Uday, you won't be able to see the chats that I send to people privately, but you can see the chats that I send everybody. And this is great. You can just chat with me like this only. So if everything else is fine, we can get started. This is going to be a small session because I have already uploaded a video on our channel, and that was the first class in which you guys were not there. That's okay. So I suggest you guys to watch its video on the YouTube channel and see and understand. And after that video, I will forward you the handout from which the questions were taken in that video, and then you can practice those questions as well as the other 50 questions also, and then you might get an idea. So the next time we all get together on the webinar, we will concentrate on the problem solving part, right? Because that class is all about solving the problem. There was no theory involved in that class. Now there will be a little bit of theory involved in this class. So if everything goes is going well with you guys, we can get started. Fine. Okay. So a little bit of calculation enhancement we'll talk about, but before that I would like to tell you that we'll be taking up classes like this. I'll share my screen like this with you, and sometimes there would be PowerPoint presentation, sometimes there would be paint in which I'll be writing uh, by hand. Sometimes there would be sharing of document, the PDF or the Microsoft Word document, and I'll make sure that you have no problem in reading the question or solving time, etc., etc., even if you are attending the class over your smartphone, if you do not have a computer. Okay, so do let me know if any issue comes up meanwhile. So we will have the quant, the verbal, and the reasoning classes, whatever are needed, uh, over here in this way only. Okay, so you know, the first thing that I always suggest everybody for the calculation enhancement is that any trick and technique would work only if you are good at addition. And when I say addition, I do not mean 9 6 15 and 9 8 17. I mean the two-digit addition, the two-digit calculation. Now, for example, if I write four big numbers, say 438628795895 and 7114. Okay, if I have to add these numbers, then our basic mentality is that we add 6 plus 9, 15, 520 and 424. Then we write 4 here, and then we write 2 here on the carryover, and so on. So we write 4, we write 2, then 2, 8, 10s, and 17, etc. etc. So now I strongly suggest, recommend to you all that you do not have to actually do it this way. So what I suggest then, I suggest we do addition only, but we do it in 2 steps, not 4 steps. So rather than adding 6 and 9 and 5 and 4, just let's add uh, 86 and 79 and 95. So it might sound a little difficult for you, but see this. I will first choose 86 and 14 because their sum is 100. Okay, so we already have 100. Then I'll take 95 also as 100. So we have 200. I know that I have given 5 grace to 95 to make it 100. So in turn, what I'll do, I'll subtract 5 from 79. So I have 100, then another 100, 200, and then I add 74. So 274 it is. And the 2 now carry over will go to this side. So I'll make this 60. So 2 carry over is taken care of. Okay, 60 we have. Okay, 60 and 40 is 100. So we have 103. Okay, 103. So, okay, 103 and 71 is 174. 174 and 30. So let's do it. 172 plus 30 because 174 plus 28 we had to do. तो उसका 2 इसको दे देते हैं. So 172 plus 30. So 202. Fine. So you might be thinking that I'm not so fast at this and sir is so fast at this, etc., etc. But you just do this exercise for a week, like 5 minutes daily, maximum 5 minutes daily, and you will be like great, faster than I am. All right. So this is the thing. I mean, I want to give you a heads up about this, that you can get all the shortcuts against any calculation, but you will get no shortcut against addition. Everything else boils down to addition, right? You can avoid multiplication, you can avoid squaring, you can avoid cubing, you can avoid um, finding out square root, division, etc., but you cannot avoid addition, right? Even subtraction can be done with the help of addition. So let us see. So one subtraction is that from 4, 3, 8, 6, I am subtracting 2, 8, 7, 9. Okay. So again, same thing. I would suggest let's do it in 2 steps. So 86, from 86, let us subtract 79. 7. Right? Now from 43, just subtract 28. It's 15. So that was pretty easy. But what if it is like okay, what if from 4, 3, 8, 6 we had to subtract 2, 8, 9, 5? Okay, so now if this we have to do in 2 steps, so from 86 we are going to subtract 95. So if we subtract from 86 95, we get minus 9. But how do we write minus 9 over here? So what do we get? What did you used to do when from 6 you were not able to subtract 9? You would always borrow 1. So that's the same thing we are going to do, just that instead of unit digit we are borrowing 1 for these last two digits. So if we borrow 1, it's like borrowing 100. Okay, so from 86 when you subtracted 95 you got minus 9. Let's write 100 minus 9. And in turn, this 43 becomes 42. And from 42, when we subtract 28, it is 14. Guys, I hope this all is going fine with you and you're not skipping anything, right? So what I meant was from 4386, which actually means 4300 plus 86, right? So if you now take one borrow from 43, it is actually like borrowing 100, right? So all in all, when from 4386, when you borrow one from 3, you are making 86 186, and from 186 you have to subtract 95. So this is what you have to do. So this is one thing. I'll not uh, stay much on the addition part. I believe everybody can do addition, yes, and you also can do addition. All I am insisting on is that you should try avoiding your age old method of adding one digit at a time. You should add two digit numbers. Okay, now I want to give you an exercise. Okay, so I am writing one digit, two digit, uh, um, three digit number, four digit number, five digit number. Okay, let's do these five. So what do we have to do? You all have to take part on this, okay? Under time limit. So after 10 seconds from now, you have to just start dividing all these numbers by 5. And there would be no approximation. Let's get started. Start. Do it practically. I'm giving you time. Please do it. Divide all these numbers by 5. You do not have to approximate. If it goes in decimal, let it go in decimal. I want the straightforward answer. Starting now. So after like a few seconds, when I think it should be done, I'll ask you again. I'm muting myself till then. Guys, do just ping uh, write done in the same question box as you texted earlier so that I get to know that you have completed the exercise. Do it patiently, don't rush. Okay, Sakshi has done. Waiting for Uday. Uday completed. All right, so I got a couple of responses. Let us see. Okay, Sakshi and Uday, both of you, attention please. So, okay, what is double of 7? 14. What is double of 23? 46. Okay, can you see something? Aren't these the answers? 1.4, 4.6. Okay, let us see. Let's see more. What is double of 71? 71 double is 142. Let's write two digits and one goes in carryover. So double of 6 is 12. One goes there. It makes 13. So 134.2. Was that the answer? More. What is double of 36? 72. What is double of 14? 28. Was this the answer? 287.2. Okay, what is the double of 14 again? 28. What is the double of 38? It's 76. And what is the double of 5? 10. Isn't it? Are these the answers or not? They are, right? 1.4, 4.6, 134.2, 287.2, and 10762.8, etc. So what do you learn from this? What is the need to divide by 5 when you can actually get the calculation done by just doubling the number? Isn't it? Now, how does this work? This is not a magic. How does this work? So here is the mechanism. It's very, very simple. It's not even Vedic maths. It is simple math. It is the same math that we have been studying all our school lives. So you were asked to divide a number by 5. Instead, what you did, you calculated 2x by 10. It is the same thing. You will get the same result. So now this explains doubling, and dividing by 10 explains putting the decimal, right? So dividing a number like 1,555 is extremely easy, right? So you get 311, yes. But how often do you get the numbers like 555 or 1550 or something like that? And how often do you get the numbers like 23, 7, 14, 3084, etc. kind of numbers to divide by 5, right? So you decide. So this is a simple thing that we know maths, but we do not apply it. We know the things, we know how to make things simple, but we do not apply it because we were never made to see things like that. So these small things like these will become the USP of our classes, the things that others do not look at. So I have a long experience of 10 years in which I have seen like thousands of students, at least 50,000 students preparing for different exams. I have taught, I have trained, I have seen their behavior. So I have learned about their mentality, their psychology, how it grows with time, right? How it develops with time, etc., etc. So based on all those things, I'll try to help you guys. Uh, these classes will not be only about teaching the stuff. These classes are meant to prepare you for the exam, whatever it takes, right? So it's not only the conceptual part, but it's also about uh, the overall preparation, the back of the mind kind of preparation thing, the psychology part, the subconscious level, right? How important it is, and how it is going to create problems or create help for you, right? So all those things will be discussed. So summarizing this exercise, so whenever you have to divide a number by 5, you can actually just double the number and put a decimal. If it already has the decimal, just shift the decimal to the left. So for example, if you have to divide 12.2 by 5, so what you are going to do? You are going to double the number and shift the decimal one place to the left. So now it becomes 2.44, right? Okay, what if you have to divide a number by 25? Okay, so what about 12 upon 25? All right, no problem. So we'll double it twice. So first time it made 24, second time it made 48, and instead of one digit, we'll place the decimal after two digits. So 0.4 it becomes the answer. Because it was 5 square, so we put decimal after two digits. Had it been 5 cube, we would have been we would have put the decimal after 3 digits. So if 108 was supposed to be divided by 125, so we will double it thrice. First time it made 216, next time it made 432, and third time it will make 864, and we'll put the decimal after 3 digits. So 0.864 is the answer. Any of you doubting that it is working or not, so you can just check it in your calculator. Okay, any doubts? Please tell me. Which part? Dividing by 5, dividing by 25, dividing by 125, dividing a number which already had a decimal? What part? If there is a doubt, please let me know. I'm waiting 15-20 seconds for you to absorb, to note down, to write something if you wish, or to type the doubt that you have. If you don't write anything, I'll take it as a consent and we'll move ahead to the next thing. Okay, so I think I have a text from somebody. Okay, dividing by 25. Okay, see the mechanism. Dividing by 25 में क्या है? So suppose we pick a number 48 and we need to divide it by 25. अभी 25 को हम लिख सकते हैं क्या? 100 by 4 है ना? So the mechanism is आप 48 into 2 by 50 लिख सकते हो इसको. भाई 25 की जगह आपने 50 by 2 लिख लिया, लेकिन 5 is still there in the denominator. So what do? You make another 2 and make 100 in the denominator. ठीक है ना? 100 by 4 will make 25. So we have not changed the question. ऐसा करके हमने डिनोमिनेटर में कम से कम एक कंफर्टेबल नंबर ला दिया. Okay. So all we have to do now is doubling 48 twice. तो एक बार डबल करेंगे 96 बनेगा, एक और डबल करेंगे 192 बनेगा, और नीचे 2 जीरो है, डबल जीरो है, तो आप 2 डिजिट के बाद डेसिमल लगा दीजिए, 1.92 हो गया. राइट? तो ये इतना लिखना नहीं है. ऑल आई एम सेइंग इज कि सपोज यू हैव अ नंबर 123 and you have to divide by 25. So you can directly write double it twice. You double it once, you get 246. Next time you double, you get 492. And instead of the unit digit, place the decimal after the tens digit. So 4.92 becomes the answer. Okay. Similarly, if it is 521 divided by 125. So 125 is 5 cube. You have to do it thrice now. 3 बार डबल करो. राइट? सो 521 21 का डबल होता है 42 और 5 का होता है 10. एक बार हुआ. दूसरी बार करेंगे 2084. तीसरी बार करेंगे 4 का डबल 8, 8 का डबल 16, 2 का डबल 4. अभी 3 डिजिट के बाद डेसिमल लग जाएगा, तो 4.168 becomes the answer. I hope now it is understandable. Please let me know if I can move ahead and we change the calculation type. Okay, All right. Similarly, let's do a similar exercise. तो दो तीन नंबर्स लेते हैं. So 84, 128 and 5276. ये तीनों नंबर को आपको 5 से मल्टीप्लाई करना है. Okay. Try to finish it in like 30 seconds. Start now. Okay. Okay, Sakshi, done. Okay, so now you must be having an idea that I'm not going to actually multiply by 5. So what am I going to do? So I am going to half this number. Half of 84 is 42 and put a 0, 420. Half of 128 is 64 and put a 0. Half of 52 is 76. Half of 52 is 26. Half of 76 is 38. And I'm going to put a 0 in the end. Are these the answers? Stream logic. The logic is absolutely same. You were asked to multiply a number by 5. I replaced 5 with 10 by 2 and it starts looking like 10x by 2. So put a 0 at the end of the number and half it. Right? Or just multiply the number by 10 and then half it. So if it's a number without a decimal, putting a 0 in the end will eventually make it even. And then when you half it, it becomes easier for you to half. Okay. So there is a great utility of this thing. Whenever you see 5, replace it by 10 by 2. There is a great utility of this thing in the calculation. In exams like CAT and other exams, there are questions in which concept is one part and the other part is calculation. So every second, third question you will come across a calculation in which you have to either divide by 5 or multiply it by 5. Okay. Okay. So for example, let me tell you a real life instance in which a calculation came up to me and I did not have a calculator or a pen and a copy at that point. So in the society where I live, there are 20 blocks. Okay. So each block has 14 floors and each floor has 8 flats, 8 units. Okay, so when I got to buy a home in this society, so when I got to know about these numbers, the first thing that came to my mind is कि यार यहाँ कितने flats हैं? There are 20 blocks. Each block has 14 floors, and each floor has 8 units. So how many flats are there? So it's a simple multiplication question. But an average person and anybody, a common person, a normal guy, would not want to, multiply on the spot and just take out the calculator and do that. But what is special over here is, okay, 14 into 8 into 20 is what we are supposed to do. Three multiplication, three numbers to multiply. But I can see 8, which is 2 cube. I can see 20, which is 2 into 10. So what I understand is, don't have to write it, but I understood that I have to actually double 14 several times. So this makes 8, and then another 2, and multiplying by 10 is the easiest thing in the world, right? So I have to double 14 like 4 times. So 14 becomes 28, doubling once, doubling twice, 28 becomes 56, then again doubling, this becomes 112, then again doubling, this becomes 224, and we have doubled 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers, 4 times. So this part we have done, and we got 224 in that. And then multiplying by 10, just put a 0. So I didn't have to actually memorize the table of 14. However, you are expected to, but still, when it's multiplying by 8, you can just double it thrice. Okay, so there are 2240 flats, a big number. So uh, the tables which we remember does not contain numbers like 2244 digit numbers and all, right? So a simple example of how doubling, halving, addition, subtraction. So 56 into 9. Now nobody remembers the table of 56, right? But how I will treat 56 into 9 is as I will subtract 56 from 560. What is it? In place of 9, I write 10 minus 1, right? So 56 into 9 was actually to me 56 into 10 minus 1, which translates into this. So 60 minus 56 is 04, and 504 becomes the answer. So you avoided multiplying by 9 and you shifted it to addition. Okay, very similarly, multiplication by 11 is also simple. So suppose 207, you have to multiply by 11. Yes, it is very easy anyway. 7722, you will say, why do I need to um, get any other trick? Okay, so let me take a number like, okay, 5826. Okay, let's multiply this by 11. So 11 6 is 66, then you write 6, then another 6 goes in the. So there are so many steps. Okay. So what do we do? Technically, this is 5826 into 10 plus 5826. So 58260 plus 5826. But this also involves writing. Okay, so 60 plus 26 is 86, and then 82 and 58. Oh, again, there are big numbers. So 80 plus 60, 140, and then 64086. Okay, you might be finding that it is too much. It is bad. I would quickly recite the table of 11 and I would multiply. Okay, before that, just see it once more. So what I do, if I have to multiply a number by 11, what I do, I assume that there is a 0 on the left of the number and on the right of the number. There is not, I know, but I just assume it because that is going to help me to get the answer. After that, each digit of the original number I add to the right. So 6 plus 0, 6. 2 plus 6, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. But I get only one digit. And the other digit goes in the carryover. 5 plus 8, 13, and 1 carryover makes 14. 1 again carryover. So 0 plus 5 last is 5 and 1 carryover makes it 6. See the same answer. So all we do is if A, B, C is a number which is supposed to be multiplied by 11, we assume a 0 on both the ends, and after that we start adding each digit onto its right. Any carryover that comes on the way is transferred as we do in the normal calculation. So these are a couple of tricks that I have just told you. I can go on, take another hour and tell you n number of more tricks, but your belief, your faith on those calculation tricks will increase only when you are a little practiced with the addition. So in the nutshell, I want to tell you that I suggest you to practice with two-digit numbers. So step one, pick two two-digit numbers. Okay, so for example, you pick 24 and 73. Then add them, subtract them from each other, double them each, and half them each. So for example, the numbers that I take are, as I said, okay, 24 and 73. So I'll add them quickly without writing. Okay, I'll directly add them and write the answer or think the answer. Then I'll subtract them. Okay, so 24 subtracted from 73. If I subtracted 23, it would have made 50. So now it will make 49. So इस तरह के जो सो कॉल्ड शॉर्टकट्स हैं ये आपके सबकॉन्शियस में जो है बैठ जाएंगे. क्वेश्चन देखते ही, नंबर देखते ही आपके दिमाग में वो सेक्शंस बनने शुरू हो जाएंगे कि इनमें क्या करना है, कम करना है, ज्यादा करना है, वगैरह वगैरह. ओके, सो एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन हो गया. दोनों को डबल करते हैं. दोनों को डबल करेंगे तो उसका 48 बनेगा और इसका 146 बनेगा. दोनों को हाफ करेंगे, एक का 12 बनेगा. और 72 का हाफ 36 होता है तो 36.5 लिख देंगे. तो इस तरह से आपको दिखेगा कि इतना मुश्किल नहीं है, बस बार बार करने वाली बात है. Anyway, understand that there are only 92 digit numbers. Two-third of these two-digit numbers are very easy. The numbers like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 15, 25, 35, 45, right? 11, 21, 31, 41, 12, 13, 14, 44, 88, 22, 33. All these numbers are so easy. Only there are a few numbers which make it difficult for you. You have to just be comfortable with those numbers. So I suggest you take these two steps very seriously. Do it like 5 minutes, only 5 minutes every day, and in a couple of days you will have an increased comfort level with two-digit numbers. After that, we are game, and we will learn a lot of new tricks and techniques. It's not that every time I'll just take the calculation session only. Next time, a little bit of calculation tips and the first very topic we'll do. Right? Understanding that we do not have forever for these exams, so our concentration would be on course completion of the most special parts, most important parts of the exam, and the focus will be on problem solving, not just the course completion. So I hope we are good with whatever is there. Meanwhile, please do watch the video on objective approach. It's there on the channel Excellencia Prep. Please become a subscriber of that channel so that anytime a new video is shared, you are able to see it. Okay, so please do watch that video, and after that please let me know offline that you have understood or you need another class on that, and then you start trying the questions and we do a detailed doubt session on those. So on this note, I'm going to end this webinar. Thank you so very much for being patiently uh, staying there patiently on the other end, and hope you have understood, hope you have learned from this. So I'll see you very soon again in a day or two. Till then, keep learning, and do let me know any concerns. Thank you so very much.